People as the creature think this is a story about dissolves into mist spirits. Horses are not, it is not ghosts. A spectral steed gallops across Skellige cliffs, leaving no tracks. Geralt stares, sword drawn, as the creature dissolves into mist. The wild hunt's horses are not ghosts. As the creature Conjunctian dissolves into portal mist, constructs the wild horses are not hunt's horses are not ghosts, repurposed by unknown forces. What stirs when the veil thins? The conjunction didn't just tear realms, it shattered physics. These steeds are failed conjunction relics, flesh and bone, long since devoured by time. Aen Elle's magic stitches their hollow frames, but the truth bleeds through. Why do they gallop silent? Their hooves touch no world, they are anchors, not spirits, tethered to a broken portal's ghost. What did Aen Elle sacrifice to breathe life into dead cosmology? The hunt's horses are not phantoms. They are the conjunction's scars, dragged through the veil. What haunts the edge of reality when the wrong question is asked? The Mahakam forges burned, Brokilon's roots whispered, Aretus's crucibles boiled. 3 realms, one hubristic aim, to pierce the sphere's veil. 15 centuries ago, the conjunction tore open. Beasts of impossible geometry spilled into the continent. The steeds were not among them, they were byproducts, residue. Metallic sinews, wood fused with starlight, flesh woven from sorcerous static, constructs not creatures. Forged to channel chaos into order, they failed. Aen Elle found them in the wreckage. The elven sorceress who would become the wild hunt's architect, she did not create the steeds. She claimed them, bound their fractured essence to her crusading forcers of a broken cosmos. Their hooves strike no soil, their breath chills no air, they are not born of life nor death. They are the echo of a question asked too loud. Asterisk, what if the veil could be controlled? Asterisk, the hunt rides not to hunt but to purge. To erase what the conjunction left unkillable. The steeds are not horses, they are the answer. A warning carved in iron, root and spell, and when they gallop the world peels back. Just enough to glimpse the sphere's hunger. Why the wild hunt spectral horses leave no tracks? Because they are not real, not spirits, not phantoms. Constructs born of the conjunction, hollowed vessels for Aen Elle's will. They are not bound by flesh. They are not bound by law. They are the sphere's afterbirth, repurposed to drag the hunt through cracks in existence. The conjunction forged them. A rupture where magic bled into matter, birthing horrors and tools alike. These steeds are neither alive nor dead, they are corridors. When the hunt gallops, they do not ride the unravel space, revealing pathways only Aen Elle can sense. Ciri's fate hinged on this. During the blood of elves, the hunt pursued her across realms, their steeds dissolving borders as if they were mist. By the time of contempt, when Ciri vaulted into Aen Elle's realm, the steeds followed. Not because they could, because they were designed to, the sphere's hunger, they always have. The conjunction did not create monsters, it revealed what was there. The steeds are not horses. They are the sphere's teeth, gnawing through reality to find what lies between. And when they pass, the world peels back, just enough to show how thin the veil truly is. They are not phantoms, the steeds are husks of conjunction portal tech, hollowed and reforged. Aen Elle's navigators, those elven architects of ruin, mounted them first. Their hooves left no prints because they never touched earth. Magic bound them to the hunt's purpose, to chase, to corner, to claim. The sorceress Enid Angharad rode one during the blood of elves' wars. Her hands bled through the reins. She called them asterisk living equations asterisk. The witcher known as Lambert before his fall faced their charge in the Velen mists. He spoke of a sound like shattering glass beneath his boots. Ciri would know that sound. The hunt pursued her across 3 kingdoms. They circled Kaedwen's spires, their steeds flickering between dimensions. She outran them, but the conjunction's math is cruel. During the time of contempt, a portal vaulted her into Aen Elle's realm. The steeds recognized her. They had waited, no tracks, no flesh, only the cold logic of a construct designed to bridge worlds. The hunt does not ride for sport, they ride to harvest what the conjunction left unfinished. And Ciri, caught between eras, became the variable they needed. The veil thins where they pass. But this is not a curse of the dead, it is a wound in the code. Aen Elle's navigators never meant to be remembered, yet their machines endure. And every hoofbeat echoes a question, who bears the weight of a magic that outlives its makers. But these steeds are more than tulsi, are the conjunction's lingering wound. The trial of the grasses, both curse and gift, forged their endless ride, not spirits, not machines. Echoes of a rupture, galloping through the hunt's shadow, bearing the weight of a magic that outlived its makers. The conjunctions forge birthed them twins of shattered light and fractured void, not flesh, not shadow. Portals given sinew, ruptured seams of the spheres, sutured by Aen Elle's dying will. Their manes ripple with starlight that does not exist, hooves that strike not earth but the breath between heartbeats. To witness them is to stand at the edge of a wound that never clots. The wild hunt rides not as conquerors but as entropy made equestrian, their elven riders inverted mirrors of mortal kings, crowned not with gold but with the hollow hunger of beings who measure time in celestial collisions. What is a horse if not a creature bound to the earth? These are the antithesis bound, unmaking. The continent's rivers remember the day the steeds first galloped, not with water but with the aftertaste of magic bled dry. Forests bow where their shadows pass, leaves whispering the language of equations Aen Elle could not solve. The hunt's purpose is not war but witness. Every circuit carves deeper into the land's soul, a scar that will outlast mountains. Did the elves foresee this? Or did they, in their arrogance, believe they could harness a force that does not care for harnessing? The steeds are no mere relics, they are the conjunction's final gesta creation that defies its creator. Aen Elle's name is etched into their frames, not as master but as mourner. The hunt's riders, those pale parodies of elven grace, do not command the steeds. They are compelled by the same chaos that birthed them. To ride is to be rider and ridden, a paradox forged in the moment the spheres collided. What begins when creation and destruction share a womb, not life, not death, a thing that gallops. The steed's silence is their truest horror, no neigh, no thunder of hooves. Only the sound of a world holding its breath, waiting for the next ripple in the fabric Aen Elle tore. Are they prisoners, instruments? Or something older, something that existed before the conjunction, and will exist after the hunt's last rider fades? The answer lies in the tracks, they do not leave in the absence where presence should be. A wound that walks, a rupture that refuses to heal. The hunt endures because the magic endures. And the magic endures because the mistake endures. What is a mistake, if not a truth we cannot unsee? The steeds roam the continent's bones, their hooves strike air. Their shadows stretch where Aen Elle's navigators once carved the conjunction's scars. These are not spirits. They are echoes of a bridge built to collapse portals folded into flesh, repurposed by the wild hunt to chase what they cannot touch. Ciri's name was vaulted into a realm that starves for time during the time of contempt. The hunt bound to blood and era followed, but their horses. They are relics of a door that never opened, no tracks, no breath. Only the conjunction's ghost limbs, hitched to a pursuit that outlived its logic. The navigator's math made them. The hunt remade them. What remains now are horses that ride a paradox tethered to a girl who never arrived, a war that never ended. Are they a bridge, a cage, or the last gasp of a science that dared to stitch dimensions? The wind swallows the question, the steeds vanish, only their purpose lingers. The steeds are no ghosts, they are husks of the conjunction's violence wires of forgotten physics, strung between spheres. Their hollow eyes burn with the afterimage of collisions that shattered calendars. The elves did not create these beasts, they exhumed them. A people who trade eternity for control, who see chaos not as a force but a puzzle to be filed, labeled, ridden. What does it mean to tame a thing born of unmoored dimensions? The hunt's horses leave no prints because they exist between steps, between logic and its antithesis. Sapkowski's saga carves a truth here. Order is a scalpel wielded by those who refuse to ask why the wound bled. The steeds are both triumph and tomb. They carry Aen Elle's hunters across skies that weep time, yet each stride is a debt to the conjunction's ledger. A cosmic scale always tipping, do the horses suffer? Or are they the ultimate elven paradox beauty forged from horror, a crown of thorns for a race that worships precision as religion? The wind does not answer. It only howls as if the spheres themselves mourn what was stitched and what could not be unstitched. What other conjunction relics lurk in shadow? The wild hunt steed spectral horses or portal-forged relics. Their trackless hooves hint at conjunction-born constructs repurposed by Aen Elle, not spirits, not magic. The Lodge of Sorceresses, a political pawn, guards curse